Let me call this meeting to order. It is 6:30, the regular scheduled board meeting for April. It is April 11, 2008. Determination, we have a quorum. Ms. Leti Lopez. Dr. Cantu.
Present.
Mr. Eduardo Ramirez.
Present.
Ms. Judith Solis.
Present.
Mr. Velasquez.
Present.
And Daniel Garcia is present as well. We do have a quorum. The Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Section 3, approval of minutes. The public hearing March 2018. The regular board meeting for March 2018. No quorum. And the regular board meeting of March 26, 2018. Do we have a motion to approval of minutes?
So moved.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Section 4, public forum. Item 1, consider and take possible action on travel requests from Gruya Middle School, Ringo Middle School, Veterans Middle School, Gruya High School, Rio High School, and Student Services Department. Do you have any questions, item 1? Do you have a motion, item 1?
I would move to approve this item as presented.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 2, consider and take possible action on donations to RGCCISD.
Good evening, Mr. Garcia, members of the board. Item number 2, a list of donations received by the school district is being presented. Total donations for the month of March is $2,225. Administration recommends approval of donations to the district.
Any questions on item 2? Do we have a motion, item 2?
I move to.
So moved.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 3, consider and take possible action on resolution of appeals of third-party final determination of Hidalgo Wind Farms indemnity and pilot payments for 2017-2018 school year under the value limitations agreement approved by Rio Grande City Consolidated Independent School District on July 22nd, 2014.
Item number 3, on July 22, 2014, the Board of Trustees of Rio Grande City CISD approved and adopted an agreement for a limitation on appraised value of property for School District M&O Texas pursuant to Chapter 313 Texas Tax Code with Hidalgo Wind Farm, who constructed a wind farm in accordance with the agreement. Mo Casey and Associates made loss calculations in accordance with the agreement and delivered them to the school district and Hidalgo Wind Farm. Furthermore, Hidalgo Wind Farm contested the loss calculations and submitted an appeal. Mo Casey and Associates and Hidalgo Wind Farm have agreed upon a proposed resolution of the pending appeal and have mutually agreed upon terms to settle all the matters of dispute and are presenting the resolution to the board for final approval. Administration recommends the approval of such resolution.
Any questions on item 3? Do we have a motion, item 3?
I so move.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 4, consider and take possible action on pay application number 5 for the district-wide energy savings and facility improvement program.
Item number 4, attached is pay application number 5 for the district-wide energy savings and facility improvement program. The total for pay application number 5 is for $1,830,985.59 as of March 26, 2018 to E3 Integral Solutions Incorporated. It is a recommendation that pay application number 5 be approved for payment.
Have any questions, item 4? We have a motion, item 4?
I so moved.
We have a, we have a motion by Dr. Cantu. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 5, consider and take possible action on tax refund for the month of March 2018.
Item number 5, presented is a request for approval of tax refunds for March 2018. Refunds total $10,373.68. Administration recommends the approval of tax refunds in the amount of $10,373.68.
Do you have a motion, item 5?
So move.
We have a motion by Dr. Cantu. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Ramirez. All in
Thank
favor
you.
say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 6, consider and take possible action on requisitions 5,000 over in a 12-month aggregate.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President, members of the board, Mr. Garcia. We do have requisition for your consideration starting on page 222. I don't know if you have any questions for either one of them. There is proper funding available for each of these requests.
Any questions, item 6? Do we have a motion, item 6?
So move.
We have a motion by Dr. Cantu. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 7, consider and take possible action on awarding of the following bid. RFP number 18-28, Fresh Produce for Child Nutrition Program.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. We are bringing this bid or request for proposal to you. Texas Department of Agriculture, and I believe even the USDA has requested that we go out and bid for produce. Our TA handbook says that produce and fuel, in the past anyway, you don't have to actually do a formal bid, but for produce now, we do a formal bid. So we went out for bid and we received proposals from 2 companies, and our recommendation is to award these two vendors.
All right. Do we have a motion, item 7?
So move.
We have a motion by Dr. Cantu. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All
Thank you.
opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 8, consider and take possible action on 2018-2019 school calendar.
Mr. Board President, members of the board, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Garcia. On item 8, you see as your pass out, we have the school calendar for the 2018-2019 school year. Attached behind the decision-making form are the memos from all principals. Teachers voted in 5-1 in favor of calendar 2. As you see calendar 2 in your pass out, this was presented to personnel and policy committees. Administration recommends approval of calendar 2 is attached in your packet.
Because we always get the question, what was the number of the votes again?
The exact number,
Or percentage?
percentage 5-1, 5-1 ratio in favor of calendar 2.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any more discussion? Do we have a motion, item 8?
So move.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 9, consider and take possible action on 2018-2019 TEPS guidelines.
Mr. President, item number 9, we have the time equivalency program guidelines. This is our 4th year of working with our TEP program. Big changes to the TEP guidelines is the superintendent has initiated that we take a 6-hour crisis management training and a 6-hour leadership training. This is a leader in me. We have some consultants coming in presenting on that. However, there will be exceptions to, for example, the bilingual department, special ed department that have mandatory trainings that they must attend or staff developments. The TEP guidelines will outline that only the superintendent has the authority to make these exceptions. So as you see attached, most of the guidelines are the same. However, you will see that the crisis management is one of the staff developments that we're asking our staff to partake. So this was also presented to policy and personnel, and administration recommends approval.
Do we have a motion on item 9?
I move to approve this item as presented.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 10, consider and take possible action on TASB localized policies update 110 affecting local policies, BB local, board members' elections.
Mr. President, item 10, we had several legal policies, which are just for board information. The board must take action on BBB local, which is the policy you have before you. This is board members' elections. Item was presented to policy and personnel committees, and it was also passed to our local legal team who reviewed it. So administration recommends approval of BBB local as presented in your packet.
Do we have a motion on item 10?
I move to approve this item as presented.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Ramirez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 11, consider and take possible action on senior top 10 activities.
Good evening, Board President, members of the board, Mr. Garcia. I'm here to present on the top 10 activities for the seniors from our 3 high schools. We have Early College High School, Rio Grande City High School, and Gruya High School. Traditionally, we have had a banquet at the Cimarron, so we are asking approval for the Cimarron Country Club formal dinner, the personalized wooden plaques that we award students at the dinner, the video presentations for all 3 high schools, the top 10 superintendent's breakfast, as well as a top 10 student parting gift that usually Mr. Garcia gives the students. It's been in the past an iPad. We're looking at possibly a laptop, but we're trying to get quotes. Last year we gave, I think it was 20 laptops, sir, to our graduating seniors. It's only the top 10 students, keep in mind, but we do have 30 students this year because we are including the Early College High School. So I am respectfully recommending and submitting for your approval the approval of those 5 activities listed as discussed in our executive meeting.
All right. Any questions on item 11?
No, but I will state that there was a lot of concern that that was going to be changed, and I'm glad that it wasn't.
That we kept it.
Yes, that you kept it as is.
Thank you.
Do we have a motion, item 11?
I would move to approve this item as presented.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second? Second. We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 12, consider and take possible action on request for permission to appoint a Count Me In Youth Committee.
Board President, members of the board, Mr. Garcia, we are asking for permission to form a committee. Nothing has been formed. There are no guidelines. I know some of you have contacted me with your email. You've sent me text messages asking how you can help. So we appropriately are calling it the Count Me In Youth Committee. And what we want to do is get a group of people, not necessarily school people, but some community, some parents that have also expressed a concern that they want to help. They want to see what it is they can do to actually help in the schools. We don't have any kind of guidelines, but we want permission basically to form this committee and meet and then come back to you once we have kind of like what we want to do, what we have in mind. We're looking at, you know, bringing possibly a mentorship program. We don't know, but we're basically asking you for your permission to just start meeting and call a meeting and see what interest we get out in the community.
I'm extremely excited about this project. I know that you and I have discussed it. Definitely count me in. Whatever we can do, I think, you know, to be proactive and not just necessarily reactive when these things come up is imperative. So I'm excited.
Thank you. Any questions?
We have a motion on item 12.
I would move to approve this item as presented.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Ramirez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 13, consider and take possible action on spring 2018 dual enrollment course agreements.
Good evening, Mr. Garcia, Board President, Board members, and Mr. Garcia, Superintendent. This evening, I bring to you the course agreements for the dual enrollment sections that are currently being offered at our 3 high schools. Keep in mind, these sections are the ones that we do pay out to the STC professors. It's not including all the sections that are currently offered. This is what we pay out to STC for the personnel that they hire for our sections. So I respectfully recommend and submit for approval of this item.
Any discussion? Do we have a motion on item 13?
I would move to approve this item.
We have a motion by Ms. Solis. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Ramirez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 14,
Thank you.
thank you. Item 14, consider and take possible action, 2017-2018 Summer School Program Instructional Design.
Good evening, Mr. Garcia, School Board President, School Board members, Mr. Alfredo Garcia, Superintendent of Schools, ladies and gentlemen. As presented before Board Committee meeting on Tuesday, April the 3rd, Federal Programs is respectfully requesting the approval of the 2017-2018 Summer School Program Instructional Designs. These designs will benefit elementary, middle, and high school students. Summer school will begin June the 4th through June the 28th. Summer School Planning Committee met several times, I think approximately 5 times during the second semester, to plan a creative and innovative design that would meet the needs of all students. Program designs are as follows. Regular Title I Summer School will service grades pre-K, kinder, 3rd through 5th, 6th and 8th, and high school. Sites include Ringgold Elementary, La Union Elementary, Gruya Middle, Ringgold Middle, Rio High Early College, Gruya High, and Chance to Be Center. We will be offering a gifted and talented enrichment program utilizing the Texas Performance Standards for grades K through 8th, and they will be housed at the AC2E Elementary site. We also have the ACE 21st Century CLC, which will be at Gruya Middle School and Gruya High School, and they will be servicing grades 6 through 8, and all have the ACE CTE dual enrollment for all 3 high schools in the areas of heating, ventilation, AC, and refrigeration. Bilingual ESL summer development of supplemental activities for dual language classrooms in the area of dual language, activities for pre-KK and first grade, that will be a total of 9 teachers, and dual language science and social studies for second grade, that will be a total of 6 teachers. Migrant Project SMART program servicing kinder through high school, running a home-based and school-based opportunity. Migrant A Bright Beginning summer school program servicing 3 and 4-year-olds, migrant students, and the Migrant Lab summer school program servicing all 3 high schools. We will also be having the opportunity for special education. We will be servicing a total of 2 students through the Extended Year Service Program and in accordance with the student IEP at Ringgold Middle School site. The total cost of these designs will be $785,712 with 50 cents. Funding will come from 199 General Budget, 199 SCE, Texas 21st Century CCLC, Title III Part A, Bilingual, 199 State Bilingual, State Gifted and Talented, Title IV Part A, and Title I Part C, Migrant. We respectfully recommend approval.
What is the breakdown? How much is it from the general fund?
From the general fund, it's in your packet, I believe. We have about 75,000 coming from migrant. We have about 39,000 coming from gifted and talented. The CTE, that one is, or ACE program, is about 29,000, because they're different programs, and they're all in, the budgets are all in your tab. But from the 199 general, it's most of it. It's about 500,000.
But in comparison to last year's summer,
We are saving quite a bit, so we're saving, well, compared to last year, we have about 339,000 that we're saving. And let me clarify, when I say saving, all I mean is we're using less now in the summer program, servicing more kids. Because last year we had very limited summer school. This year we got very creative. We decided instead of a full day to do a half day, so now we can service more children. So in essence, the committee worked really well in trying to optimize quality instruction for a minimal price. So I think we did a good job in putting that together.
yes, ma'am, thank you.
More discussion. Do we have a motion
I so move.
on item 14? We have a motion by Ms. Lopez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Dr. Cantu. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 15, consider and take possible action on RGCCISD policies and procedural manual.
Yes, as presented before Board Committee on Tuesday, April 3rd, the Office of Federal Programs is respectfully requesting the approval of the 2018 SCE Policies and Procedures Manual. The state compensatory education funds are to be utilized to provide compensatory, intensive, or accelerated instruction that enables the students to be performing at grade level at the conclusion of the next regular school term. Compensatory education is defined in law as programs and/or services designed to supplement the regular instructional program to directly increase the academic achievement of students identified as at risk of dropping out of school. The goal of the SCE is to provide a challenging and meaningful instructional program and at the same time reduce any disparity in performance on assessment instruments administered under Subchapter B, Chapter 39, or disparity in the rates of high school completion between students at risk of dropping out of school and all other district students. We respectfully recommend approval.
Any questions on item 15?
I so move.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have anything on reports?
Good evening. I'd like to report that we have started with the STAR testing and of course this week. I know we're all very excited about it. I do want to thank Mrs. Ibanez and the rest of the principals and administrators that have helped us with the organization. Things have gone really good. I do thank technology. We had some glitches after the rain we got yesterday, but everything was under control. We had a lot of students testing on computer, but so far so good. We will continue throughout the testing for this week, and hopefully at the end we'll end up with the result that we're expecting. Also, I'm proud to say that thanks to the board, we have begun the construction of the swimming pool. If you notice, it wasn't a crater that hit. It is, they started, the construction started Tuesday, and hopefully we're looking at mid-June, the completion project. Thank you all very much.
It is, nothing else? It is 6:52. We're heading into closed session under the authority of Texas Government Code Section 551.071. It is 7:30. We're out of closed session. Item A was discussing item. Item B, do we have a motion for item B?
I move we approve item B as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item C, do we have a motion, item C? So move. Huh? What you saying? Item C? The motion for item C?
Move to approve item C as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Dr. Cantu. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item D. Do you have a motion, item D?
Move to approve item D as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Mr. Velasquez. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item E. Do we have a motion, item E?
Move to approve item E as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Dr. Cantu. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item F. Do we have a motion, item F?
I move to approve item F as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item G, do we have a motion for item G?
I move to approve item G as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. I believe Ms. Lopez is abstaining. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item H, do we have a motion for item H?
I move to approve item H as discussed in executive session.
We have a motion by Mr. Ramirez. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Ms. Solis. All in favor say aye. Aye. Ms. Lopez is abstaining as well on this item, on item H. All opposed? Same sign. Motion carries for item H. Do we have a motion for adjournment? It is 7:33. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second, Ms. Solis. 7:33 meeting is now adjourned.